Quanah. Jeffries. Kiggins of Virginia. McCarthy. Kildee. Jeffries. Kiley. McCarthy. Kilmer. Jeffries. Kim of California. McCarthy. Kim of New Jersey. Jeffries. Krishnamurthy. Jeffries. Custer. Jeffries. Kustoff. McCarthy. LaHood. McCarthy. LaLota. McCarthy. LaMalfa. McCarthy. Lamborn. McCarthy. Landsman. Jeffries. Langworthy. McCarthy. Larson of Washington. Jeffries. Larson of Connecticut. Jeffries. Latta. McCarthy. LaTurner. McCarthy. Lawler.
The Honorable Kevin McCarthy.
McCarthy. Lee of California. Jeffries. Lee of Florida. McCarthy. Lee of Nevada. Jeffries. Lee of Pennsylvania. Jeffries. Leisure Fernandez. Jeffries. Lesko. McCarthy. Letlow. McCarthy. Levin. Jeffries. Liu. Jeffries. Lofgren. Jeffries. Loudermilk. McCarthy. Lucas. McCarthy. Lukemeyer. McCarthy. Luna. Luna. McCarthy. Luttrell. McCarthy. Lynch. Jeffries. Mace. Mace. Magaziner. Jeffries. Baliotakis. McCarthy. Mann. McCarthy. Manning. Jeffries. Massey. McCarthy. Mast. Mast. McCarthy. Matsui. Jeffries. McBath. Jeffries. McCarthy. McCarthy. McCall. McCarthy. McLean. McCarthy. McClintock. McCarthy. McCullum. McCullum. Jeffries. McCormick. McCarthy. McGarvey. Jeffries. McGovern. Jeffries. McHenry. McCarthy. Meeks. Jeffries. Menendez. Jeffries. Ming. Jeffries. Muser. McCarthy. Mfume. Jeffries. Miller of Illinois. McCarthy. Miller of Ohio. McCarthy. Miller of West Virginia. McCarthy. Miller Meeks. McCarthy. Mills. Mills. Molinaro. McCarthy. Molinar. McCarthy. Mooney. McCarthy. Moore of Alabama. McCarthy. Moore of Utah. Moore of Utah. Moore of Wisconsin. Jeffries. Moran. McCarthy. Morelli. Jeffries. Moskowitz. Jeffries. Moulton. Jeffries. Mervan. Jeffries. Mullen. Jeffries. Murphy. McCarthy. Nadler. Jeffries. Napolitano. Jeffries. Neal. Jeffries. Nagoose. Jeffries. Nels. McCarthy. Newhouse. McCarthy. Nickel. Jeffries. Norcross. Jeffries. Norman. McCarthy. Nunn of Iowa. McCarthy. Obernolte. McCarthy. Ocasio-Cortez. Jeffries. Ogles. McCarthy. Omar. Jeffries. Owens. McCarthy. Pallone. Jeffries. Palmer. McCarthy. Panetta. Jeffries. Pappas. Jeffries. Pasquarel. Pasquarel. Jeffries. Payne. Jeffries. Pelosi. Jeffries. Paltola. Jeffries. Pence. McCarthy. Perez. Jeffries. Perry. Perry. Peters. Jeffries. Pedersen. Jeffries. Pfluger. McCarthy. Phillips. Jeffries. Pingree. Jeffries. Pocan. Jeffries. Porter. Jeffries. Posey. McCarthy. Presley. Jeffries. Quigley. Jeffries. Ramirez. Jeffries. Raskin. Jeffries. Reschenthaler. McCarthy. Rogers of Washington. McCarthy. Rogers of Alabama. McCarthy. Rogers of Kentucky. McCarthy. Rose. McCarthy. Rosendale. Jordan. Ross. Jeffries. Rouser. McCarthy. Roy. McCarthy. Ruiz. Jeffries. Rupersberger. Jeffries. Rutherford. McCarthy. Ryan. Jeffries. Salazar. McCarthy. Salinas. Jeffries. Sanchez. Jeffries. Santos. McCarthy. Sarbanes. Jeffries. Scalise. McCarthy. Scanlon. Jeffries. Schakowsky. Jeffries. Schiff. Jeffries. Snyder. Jeffries. Skolton. Jeffries. Schreier. Jeffries. Swikert. McCarthy. Austin Scott. McCarthy. David Scott. Jeffries. Scott of Virginia. Jeffries. Self. McCarthy. Sessions. McCarthy. Sewell. Jeffries. Sherman. Jeffries. Sherrill. Jeffries. Simpson. McCarthy. Slotkin. Slotkin. Smith of Missouri. McCarthy. Smith of Nebraska. McCarthy. Smith of New Jersey. McCarthy. Smith of Washington. Jeffries. Smucker. McCarthy. Sorensen. Jeffries. Soto. Jeffries. Spanberger. Jeffries. Sparts. McCarthy. Stansberry. Jeffries. Stanton. Jeffries. Stauber. McCarthy. Steele. McCarthy. Stefanik. McCarthy. Style. McCarthy. Stubbe. McCarthy. Stevens. Jeffries. Stewart. McCarthy. Strickland. Jeffries. Strong. McCarthy. Swalwell. Jeffries. Sykes. Jeffries. Takano. Jeffries. Tenney. McCarthy. Tanadar. Jeffries. Thompson of California. Jeffries. Thompson of Mississippi. Jeffries. Thompson of Pennsylvania. McCarthy. Tiffany. McCarthy. Timmons. Timmons. Titus. Jeffries. Tlaib. Jeffries. Takuda, Jeffries. Blanco, Jeffries. Torres of California, Jeffries. Torres of New York, Jeffries. Trahan, Jeffries. Trone, Jeffries. Turner. McCarthy. Underwood. Jeffries. Valadeo. McCarthy. Van Drew. McCarthy. Van Dyne. McCarthy. Van Orden. McCarthy. Vargas. Jeffries. Vasquez. Jeffries. VC. Jeffries. Velasquez. Jeffries. Wagner. McCarthy. Wahlberg. Wahlberg. McCarthy. Waltz. McCarthy. Wasserman Schultz. Jeffries. Waters. Jeffries. Watson Coleman. Jeffries. Weber of Texas. McCarthy. Webster of Florida. McCarthy. Winstrup. McCarthy. Westerman. Westerman. Wexton. Jeffries. Wild. Jeffries. Williams of Georgia. Jeffries. Williams of New York. McCarthy. Williams of Texas. McCarthy. Wilson of Florida. Jeffries. Wilson of South Carolina. McCarthy. Whitman. McCarthy. Womack. McCarthy. Yackham. McCarthy. Zinke. McCarthy.
The reading clerk will now call the names of the members-elect who did not answer the first call of the roll.
Adderholt. McCarthy. Emiday. McCarthy. Arrington. McCarthy. Balterson. McCarthy. Buck. Buck. Klein. McCarthy. Correa. Jeffries. Diaz-Balart. McCarthy. Donalds. McCarthy. Duncan. McCarthy. Hunt. Hunt. Capter. Jeffries. Mace. McCarthy. Mills. McCarthy. Moore of Utah. McCarthy. Perry. McCarthy. Slotkin. Jeffries. Timmons. McCarthy. Westerman. McCarthy.
There are members-elect who did not answer the call of the roll. They may come to the well and vote at this time.
A live shot of Kevin McCarthy there after the 13th speaker's vote. He has still not secured the gavel. That latest vote, 214 votes for Kevin McCarthy, 212 votes for Speaker for Hakeem Jeffries, 6 Republicans voting for Jim Jordan. The magic number today with 432 members on the floor as of that latest vote is 217. 217 votes needed to secure the Speaker's gavel. The Republicans who voted voted for another candidate besides Kevin McCarthy in that 13th round. Andy Biggs of Arizona, Lauren Boebert of Colorado, Eli Crane of Arizona, Matt Gaetz of Florida, Bob Good of Virginia, Matt Rosendale of Montana. Notably, Andy Harris of Maryland switched his vote, and there is Andy Harris there on the top right of your screen. He switched his vote last round in this latest round to Kevin McCarthy, showing more momentum towards Kevin McCarthy. Two tweets on the latest right now when it comes to inside the McCarthy team. Manu Raju of CNN saying that they're trying to clinch the speakership today. They're seeing whether any of the absent members can return and whether they can flip some of the holdouts. Jake Sherman of Punchbowl News saying Republican leadership expects and hopes to get Ken Buck and Wesley Hunt, two Republicans who are not on the floor right now, to return to Washington tonight to help elect Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker. That would put 434 total members on the floor if they return. It would make magic number for the speakership 218. We're finished with the 13th round. We're waiting for the official tally. Live coverage here on C-SPAN.
Round 4. So let's check in and see what the concessions were, what some of the concessions were here. I'm going to, let's check here.
And also, a very important thing he said that was part of the deal is dealing with raising the national debt limit. He just told a group of us that they address this issue. This is going to be a major flashpoint in the new Congress. They have to avoid a debt default, and that's going to happen sometime this year, maybe in the middle part of this year. He said there's some agreement on how to deal with that. And one thing he said is they would not agree to a clean debt ceiling increase, meaning they need some conditions tied to avoid a national debt default, which has never happened in American history. So that is going to be a huge fight going forward. But from what Scott Perry just told a group of us, that was part of this deal that has not yet been publicly released, but that apparently was reached between a handful of these holdouts and Kevin McCarthy. So this deal not just process, giving them more leverage over the speaker, that being able to oust the sitting speaker with one individual doing that, having more members of those hard right Freedom Caucus on some of the key committees, but policy implications as well in dealing with the national debt ceiling. Big significant issue going forward. But for McCarthy right now on the floor, they're counting the votes. Right now, the clerks are making.
The fact that he's giving away the entire shop, I mean, this is still not going to bode well. So I guess we're going to be going through this for the whole weekend. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to follow this all weekend? Let me see here. This is distressing for the whole country, and it's January 6th, the anniversary of January 6th. So I was keeping my eyes out, hoping that nothing was going to happen during this vote session, because Boebert had the metal detectors removed out of the Capitol yesterday. So my question is, who gave the authority for her? Because there's no speaker yet. So who gave her the authority to remove the metal detectors out of the chambers? I guess we're going to find out here when the 14th round starts. Let's see. We'll find out here. We're going to go into intermission until they get this squared away. Then I'll be right back.
protect those who stand watch over our democracy. I now have the opportunity and the great honor to award the medals to these incredible individuals and their representatives. Lieutenant Commander Shields, would you come and please read the citations?
The Presidential Citizens Medal recipients: Jocelyn Benson, officers battling lasting trauma is helping to ease the stigma around mental health in our nation. For defending the citadel of our and for seeking truth and healing, we the people Capitol Police Private First Class Harry A. Dunn. Caroline Edwards. The granddaughter of proud military veterans, Caroline Edwards left a corporate career to follow in their footsteps, serving our nation. On January 6, 2021, she helped stop advancing insurrectionists even after being knocked unconscious in the mob's first brutal surge. She has also fought for colleagues as a police union board member and peer counselor, and her congressional testimony will help ensure their valor is never forgotten. For her courageous defense of our democracy and service to fellow officers, we the people honor U.S. Capitol Police Officer Caroline Edwards. Michael Fanone. Our nation and history never forget. For patriotism that puts love of country before self, we the people honor U.S. Capitol Police Sergeant Aquilino A. Gannett. No. Eugene Goodman. An Army combat veteran and a U.S. Capitol Police officer, Eugene Goodman embodies fearless public service. In the breach on January 6, 2021, he made himself a target to divert insurrectionists away from the Senate chamber, enabling the former Vice President lawmakers and staff to escape safely. In the face of a clear and present danger, he did his duty and he did not flinch. For his valor and for ensuring the constitutional order, we the people honor U.S. Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman.
received 212. The Honorable Jim Jordan of the state of Ohio has received 6. No member-elect having received the majority of the votes cast, a speaker has not been elected. For what purpose does the gentleman from Louisiana rise?
Madam Clerk, with great appreciation for the job that you and your staff have been doing, Madam Clerk, I move that the House stand adjourned until 10 p.m. tonight.
The question now occurs on the motion of the gentleman from Louisiana. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. And the opinion... In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
Madam Clerk, I request the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and noes will rise. A sufficient number hasn't risen. The yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device.
Okay, so now they're voting to adjourn until later tonight.
To adjourn the House of Representatives until 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. Perhaps a 14th vote taking place at that point. We're hearing from congressional reporters that Kevin McCarthy and his allies looking to use the time between now and 10 p.m. tonight to convince some of the holdouts and perhaps get some of the absent members, the 2 absent Republican members who previously voted for Kevin McCarthy, back to Washington, back to the House floor in the hopes of closing out the Speaker's vote and achieving the votes necessary. Robert Costa of CBS News reporting this via Twitter. One of McCarthy's top allies has told CBS that meetings are being planned for the rest of the afternoon and the evening in private with those remaining holdouts. The hope is to adjourn sooner than later to get those going. We have to close this out, and it's not going to happen on the floor. That's the quote from one of McCarthy's top allies, according to Robert Costa. Again, right now, the math has 217 votes needed for a speaker. If the 2 Republicans who are not on the floor, Ken Buck of Colorado and Wesley Hunt of Texas, if they return to Washington, as some reporting says they will by tonight, and they become part of the quorum, then 218 votes would be needed for Kevin McCarthy to achieve the speakership. There are 12 minutes left in this vote, this motion to adjourn. And again, it's a motion to adjourn until 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. Live coverage of that vote and images from the House floor, courtesy of 3 C-SPAN controlled cameras in the chamber, here, live on C-SPAN.
So depending on how this goes in the next 11 minutes, we will adjourn, I'll adjourn, and then I'll be back live at 10 o'clock for round, what is it, round 14? Round 1400? I'm losing track. This is ridiculous. Ten minutes and counting.
Less than 5 minutes left in this vote on a motion to adjourn. It would be to adjourn the House until 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. In past adjournment votes, there have been some Republican members who have joined with Democrats voting no on adjournment. That doesn't look to be the case this time. Currently 217 votes for an adjournment, 211 against adjournment, 6 members still not voting. The Kevin McCarthy team looking to secure the final votes needed to secure the speakership in the hours between now and 10 p.m. An expected 14th vote on speaker at 10 p.m. Eastern. Caitlin Collins of CNN reporting this via Twitter just a few minutes ago. Kevin McCarthy telling CNN that he is confident that he will have the votes to become speaker by tonight. Asked why, he said, "Because I counted." Just a few minutes left in this vote on a motion to adjourn. Again, we were showing you live coverage through C-SPAN control cameras on the House floor. 3 C-SPAN camera operators showing you all the angles, all the conversations, and have been showing you that all week long. We should be hearing on a final vote total on this motion to adjourn in just a few minutes. Stick with us on C-SPAN.